Hey, if you have to have an uncomfortable conversation with a prospect or maybe a client, it can be one of those things that you want to kind of procrastinate on, right? You want to put off till the last minute possible. In my opinion, I have a saying I kind of live by, and it says, lead with the elephant in the room. Now, this can be pertaining to a simple sales call, it can be a first meeting, or it can be, a client relationship where you have to deliver some bad news on. But if there's an elephant in the room, so maybe it's going to be like they're curious what your price is. Maybe they know that you're from out of town or something, right? And they've only used local brokers or whatever. Or, you know, I don't know, you have a huge scratch on your face, like me, right? My 2 year old scratched my nose the other day. That's what happened. Whatever it is, it's something where they kind of are curious about it. It's out there in the open, but no one's talking about it, but everyone can sense it's there. These type of situations, you should lead with it, get it out of the way, because then it'll free up their attention span to focus on whatever you want to try to talk about and convince them of, or message that you want to, communicate with them. A couple examples: cold call. You don't have to do this. Pattern interrupt as well. I like to do it sometimes. I don't do it a lot anymore. But this would be like, hey, Bob, this is Micah. Hey, full disclosure, man, this is a cold call. I know I'm calling you out of the blue. I just wanted to be upfront with you. That's kind of leading with the elephant in the room on a cold call. First meeting, maybe, like I said, you're from out of town, right? Or you're with a huge agency and you're with a smaller firm. And they're probably thinking, I'll be a small fish in a big pond. So you're at that first meeting, like, hey, before we get started, man, I realize, people hear our name of our firm and they sometimes think we're just a huge, huge company and you might be a small fish in a big pond, but that's not who we are. Let me, I don't know if that's a concern you have, but happy to kind of talk through that, right? That'd be another example. Or another one is you're going to the finalist meeting and, you're working on trying to win someone insurance, and you go through the whole proposal first instead of sharing your price. Why not just lead with the price? Especially if you know you're going to be high, let them focus on, or just know what the price is by starting with that on the very first page. Like, hey, before we get into the coverage and everything, I want to let you know we're 20 grand higher than your renewal, your expiring premium. But I hope you'll see by the end of this presentation why that is. I have 4 or 5 specific reasons why that is and why I think we're worth the extra 25 grand. Once you do this, it's amazing. You kind of just let that kind of awkward tension out of the air. And like I said, the ultimate goal is to get the attention, which is so hard to get nowadays, of the person that you're talking to. But if they have something on their mind that's distracting them, they're never going to give you their attention. So this is why I'm a big fan and proponent of leading with the elephant in the room.